Why are you not going to answer your phone when I call? You get to the house right now and make me some food. My stomach is completely empty right now, and it's making me hungry.
What?
I really want to have an omelet of some sort right now. And if it's not the kind with milk mixed in with the eggs to make them really airy and soft, I don't want them.
Sophia? You shouldn't be asking me that out of the blue right now. I'm in the middle of work at the moment.
And what are you saying that should mean to me? A pregnant woman like myself is asking to have an omelet to eat right now. So, as my sister-in-law, you should be coming back here to make that for me.
You can't be serious right now. How about you make an omelet yourself? And if that's too much work for you, order delivery?
Are you an idiot or something, Ellen? There's no way someone having to suffer through being pregnant right now should have to cook for herself. Just having to stand there in the kitchen makes me want to vomit.
Wait, are you really feeling that motion sick when you stand up?
And asking me to order delivery is even more crazy of you. I am about to have a kid really soon and have been working so hard to save up money for them. Asking me to pay for delivery now would be a waste of all that money. Is something like that really so hard for an infertile woman like you to understand?
Excuse me?
I don't care that you can't make a baby with your defective body. You're still a woman, right? Yet you still don't seem to get what I'm having to go through over here. I guess that means being infertile also affects the woman's head.
Hey, Sophia, me being infertile has nothing to do with what we were just talking about.
Anyways, just hurry up and make me something to eat, please. This baby inside my belly is saying that they want to eat right now.
If you want something to eat, then ask my little brother to make you something. I can't leave my job to go home and cook for someone else's wife right now. So if you're looking for someone to listen to and do as you've asked, go speak with your husband about this, please.
Well, my husband happens to be even more busy than you right now, and that's why I've had no other choice but to rely on you with this. Did I really have to bring something like that up with you just then for you to understand me?
Huh?
Right now, Dave is working his butt off in order to make sure my baby and I are able to stay happy. He told me that if we're going to be having a child, we need to have more money saved up. And in order to make more money, in order to do so, he's focusing only on his work so that he can be promoted soon. And that's why starting today, he's going to be traveling around the country on a business trip for the company.
I was wondering why it had been so hard for me to get in touch with him these past few days. It's all because he's working that hard at his job right now?
And because of that, he cannot be home to take care of me anymore. Which is why I'm asking you to come home now and do as I've said, please. It's your job as the older sister to support your younger brother, right?
If it's something that I can feasibly do, then I'll help support you guys. But I happen to have a job of my own right now, which means that during certain times of the day and week, I cannot come home to take care of you.
Huh? There's no way someone like you isn't listening to what a pregnant woman is asking from you. In a world where we need more people, having to be pregnant is seen as a very admirable thing. Which is the reason why you need to be nicer to those that are like me. If you're not even able to do that, does it mean there's something completely wrong with your head?
Excuse me?
Normally, if you were to get a message from me asking for help, you'd be right on it without hesitation. But seeing that you don't seem to care about me is screwed up. So this must mean that it's not just your body which is defective, but your head as well, right? And that's why you can't make any kids.
You go ahead and cut that attitude out right now. You are in no place to be saying those horrible things about me. It's not like I asked to be born with a body that wouldn't allow me to carry and give birth to any babies. So while you're sitting there with such a privilege, you cannot say things like that to me.
You're the one saying all the horrible things, though. Now just shut up already and come home to make me that omelet. An infertile bitch like you is only good for one thing, and that's listening to and doing what a pregnant woman like me asks.
I'm sorry, Ellen. I just heard the voicemail you'd left for me. It seems that Sophia was being really selfish around you again, asking for things like that.
In the end, I went ahead and asked for a local breakfast joint near the house to deliver her an omelet. And using the money, I made sure that it was paid for in advance, so that she didn't have to give the driver anything.
Tell me how much all of that was later, and I'll pay you back for it. I promise that I'll even throw in an extra 25% for the trouble.
I'm going to make sure to get that money from you then. And 35% this time, Dave. Now get real with me here, Dave. Is there nothing you can do about that attitude of hers? This wasn't the first time she behaved so selfishly with me. Ever since she first announced that she was pregnant, her behavior has become worse and worse.
Is that right? I never even noticed that. I'm sorry.
That's not something you need to apologize for, though, Dave. I just want you to do something about her attitude.
I think it's happening because of her hormones all being out of whack due to the pregnancy, and the doctor did tell me that things like this would happen with her up to the point she has the baby. Also, I've become really busy with my job and all that recently. I don't have the time to care for her 24/7, and I think that's only making her more upset.
Now that you mention work, she went and quit her job because she became pregnant, right? She says that things like her motion sickness is very bad right now. I guess having to be locked up in the house all the time, not being able to get up and go anywhere, would make me upset as well.
And the house is pretty small, right? She's also been telling me about how the construction down the road has really been loud and bothering her.
I see. If that's what's been causing her to act out, then I have an idea. How about you and her come move out to my place for a while?
What? You want us moving into your house?
Actually, I was told by my boss that I'm going to have to change jobs here soon. And after having spoken with my husband about it, we decided we want to sell the house and move to a new location. He already spoke with his boss about it, and his boss said that he may start to work remotely from now on.
But isn't your guys' place a condo up in one of those high-rises near the bus station? You're gonna let us come and move into there?
It's bigger than your place, and has a lot more to look at out the windows, and is a great place for someone to spend the day there all by themselves. And since it's still our place, I'm sure we can make a deal to have you rent it from us for a cheaper price. Then you won't have to worry too much about your savings disappearing. I hear that you're trying your very best right now to have a ton of money saved up for the baby, right?
Are you sure you'd be fine with us having a dream like that come true?
I don't care to do this for someone I don't really know, but when it's my brother, I'd be more than happy to. But could you make sure not to tell Sophia about how this is our condo?
Wait, why would I do that? After all the things she's said to you, why wouldn't you tell her that the place is yours and that she should be thankful for it?
Well, right now she's still under a lot of stress from everything, right? I wouldn't want to ask for her to say thank you to me with all of that going on. I'm sure that something like that would only cause her to become more stressed and quite possibly burst. And if that happens, that can't be good for your guys' baby, right? So please, don't let her know anything about the house belonging to me, and that I'm lending it to you both.
I'm sorry, but that's such a stupid idea. If anything, she's just gonna become even more stressed anyway and continue to take it all out on you, Ellen.
But I can put up with all of that until she gives birth. And after that, she should begin to calm down. And then we can talk about how the place is mine. I think that's the best option we have right now with your wife, Dave.
All right then, if you say so, but I'm just saying I really don't like this idea. Someday, I'll make sure to make all of what you're doing for us up to you, by the way. Also, I'm gonna have a word with her about what she did this last time and make her apologize for it.
Sure, that would be nice. I'll get in touch with you again soon so we can talk in a bit more detail about my place. And as for Sophia, make sure to keep a closer eye on her as her husband, please. Hey, Sophia. What the heck is going on here? Why, when I came out to celebrate your new baby, did you not let me into the room?
Because I don't want a celebration coming from someone like you. It's not only been just a couple of weeks since giving birth, but my body is nowhere close to completely recovered yet. So I do not want some kind of disgusting and germ-covered woman like you coming into my house.
What? You just called me disgusting and covered in germs? Me?
Who else would I be talking about right now besides you? Go ahead and leave the present you bought for me at the door and I'll take it later. And later on I'll tell you what I think about it.
Why are you still treating me like that? I literally took the day off of work to come all the way out here to say hi to you and the baby.
I want to spoil the hell out of my baby, alright? And having to give birth to them was really tough for me. And so were the months of motion sickness before that. I had to go through all of that and ended up with this really cute baby that I'm going to spoil forever. I want to raise them to become an elite and would like them to be as healthy as they possibly can be. Which is exactly the reason why I can't have a germ-infested woman like you near them.
Huh?
All women should know this kind of happiness. Yet someone like you who can't have any babies will never know a thing about it. If I were to have to see a defective woman like you right now, I might become infertile just like you and never have a chance at making a baby again. I would really like to have another 1 or 2 babies, alright?
Are you trying to say that you'd catch my infertility or something?
Not only me, but my cute little baby boy as well. If that were to happen to him, then I don't think I'd ever be able to forgive you.
I was born with the inability to carry a baby though, which means it can't be transmitted to another person like a virus.
Just shut up. Just shut up and leave my front door right now. I'm not going to let you hold my baby and not even let you close to them.
How can you be so rude to someone who brought you a gift to celebrate having your first baby? Considering that I can't have a baby myself, I was so happy to hear that I'd have my first nephew. And that's why I went out and bought them a bunch of really cute clothing. I was thinking about you as well, Sophia. And that's why I bought over a ton of really good foods for you and my little brother to have for dinner.
Huh? You're joking, right? You didn't just bring me some money as a present for having my son. I don't need baby clothes and food from you. You take all those things with you now and go away.
What?
I'm pretty sure that an infertile woman's choice in clothing isn't even good anyway. And I hate food that has to come from a sick woman's hands. Who knows what kind of germs could be on all that food right now?
What the hell are you talking about? You think I'd ever come over to your house all sick?
Sure. I'm sure there's a good reason for you to come over here trying to infect a woman and her baby with something when you're all upset that you couldn't have your own baby.
Would you stop screwing around already? I would never do something so petty and cruel.
Then could you please hurry it up and get away from my place? I do not need any of those crappy presents you bought for me today. And I will not let an infertile woman like you around my newborn son. You are so indecent that I don't ever want you coming near us like that again.
Then I want all of that filth out of my condo right now.
What?
If you're going to say all of that about me, then you get the hell out of my condo right now. If you really find me that germ-ridden and everything, then you shouldn't want to be staying in the den of such a monster. My house is a lot more dirty and disgusting than I am, right? So take your newborn and get lost right now.
Wait a second, Ellen. What are you even going on about right now? This place is Dave's and my condo. I had this baby and we made sure to move everything we owned into this nice condo.
Well, that condo you and him moved all your things into happens to be my condo. And the only reason you're living there right now is because I let my little brother rent the place from me. So, as the owner of that place, you get the hell out.
What did you say?
I wanted you guys to have a cheap place to live in and rent from me while you could distress. But you don't seem to be relaxing any, and are still calling me the same old insults. I don't want to be kind to you anymore either now, so this is the perfect thing for both of us. You don't want to live in the condo that I own, right?
What is this? What the hell happened here? I have no idea what you all were just talking about there.
It's not crazy that you're having trouble understanding all of this. After all, I told my brother not to tell you anything about how that condo is mine. Stupid of me to do now that I think about it, I know.
Huh?
But back when you were still pregnant, you were a total bitch to me, right? I assumed that was all due to your hormones being imbalanced, and wasn't the real you saying those things to me. So I had an idea for how to help relieve some of the stress you were having. I would allow you both to rent the condo from me, in order for you to have a more open and comfortable place to live.
And that place is this condo?
It's all open with tons of natural light, right? I thought that being home all by yourself all the time would be a lot more fun at that condo than your old place. And for various reasons, it all worked out for my husband and I as well. And really, I just wanted to be kind to my brother and you. That was all, really.
No way. I thought this place came from Dave getting a promotion and a raise or something recently. He told me before that he'd become all busy with work in order to do that, and in order to make more money which we could save for our baby.
I hate to say this about Dave, but even with the money he's making right now, it's not enough to afford a place like that. Even renting it, you should be paying close to $7,000 a month.
That expensive?
But me being so kind and loving towards my brother, I wanted to give you guys a really nice place for almost 3/4 that price. A place where someone like Dave could afford to rent and enjoy life without being in debt. And that would allow him to save a whole lot more for your guys' baby, right? Well, too bad, because starting today, I'm no longer going to be kind anymore. What? Making fun of my infertility and then calling me a germ-covered woman? You wouldn't even let me celebrate your newborn baby because of those reasons. I'm done being a nice sister-in-law to someone who is going to continue treating me like that. I thought it was a good idea letting you guys rent that place from me, but now I'm going to be taking it back by force.
Taking it back? No way, I'm not going to leave such a fancy and expensive condo as this. It's not only really open and modern, but it's also got a lot of really nice furniture and is located right downtown near the hospital. And all of the schools around here have really good ratings. Being able to raise my baby in a place like this is the best thing for them. Making me leave this place right here and now is mean.
You're the total bitch here, though. After all those horrible things you said about me, which I can't even control because I was born with them, and then calling me filthy and disgusting and something you want to avoid forever, what the hell makes you think I want to let you stay in my condo anymore? Huh? I'm not playing around anymore. I know more about that condo than anyone else. Back when my husband and I still weren't aware that I was infertile, we went and bought the place. We put a lot of thought into where we wanted to raise our future kids, and that was the location we chose. That's why I thought for both of your sakes I'd let you guys live there and raise your baby. But I'm sorry, Sophia. No matter how beautiful the home is and how wonderful all the amenities and schooling in the area is, you wouldn't want to live in the home of some infertile and germ-ridden monster, right? And just like you were wanting, you and I will never have to see one another again now. So please, get the hell out of my condo so that we can make sure that never happens. It's my condo after all, so get out. Now get to it and clean up all your junk before I come back.
I am so sorry. I heard everything from Sophia. She told me about how she wouldn't let you inside when you came to celebrate, and she even started to talk crap about the things you bought for her. I'm so terribly sorry, Ellen.
You weren't lying when you called me stupid a while back, were you?
Hey, I didn't mean it in a mean sense, but I told you that hiding the fact that the place is yours from her was a bad idea. But even knowing that, I'm still sorry for how she treated you. Seems this time she really didn't hold back with all the horrible insults either. As her husband, no, wait, as a human being, I can't believe what she said to you. She has no right saying those things about you. I'm in disbelief now, so much so that I don't know what to do about her.
I'm sorry that me being infertile led to your wife becoming such a bitch.
Stop that! You can't blame yourself for something like that! You came all the way over here to give us gifts because of how happy you were for our newborn baby, and yet... And even before that, you still went and lent us your place for a very cheap rent. All of that, and yet she still acted out. She didn't know about the condo being yours, but still.
Thank you for at least realizing that what she's done is unthinkable. I feel really bad for what I'm going to do, but I have to make sure that she pays for what she said to me. Do you mind if my husband and I cut ties to her?
Go right ahead, and I promise to make sure she never comes around you guys ever again.
Thank you, Dave. I'll make sure to go talk with Mom and Dad about how this is going to happen as well, so that they're not surprised by anything. Can't leave them thinking your wife is any good to my husband and I.
Good point. Then I'll go and make sure her parents are aware of what happened as well between you both. I want them to know that it's because of what their daughter said that things had to end up this way for us.
Thank you. I'm sure that at some point Mom and Dad and her parents will all want to meet and talk about this. And in order to clear everything up on both ends, let's make sure to explain the situation in the same way.
I'll make sure to send you a text of everything I plan to bring up to them, and you let me know if there's anything you want to add. And then I'll go talk with them right away. Anywho, I'm really sorry about this.
And I'm sorry I didn't listen to what you said about telling Sophia that it is my condo. Now I'm going to talk with Mom and Dad soon as well, so make sure to get that text to me soon.
Please help me, Ellen. I can't handle taking care of this baby anymore.
Huh? Why the hell are you contacting me about anything at all right now? And as for that being too much for you, then ask your husband to take care of the baby.
I already asked him a bunch of times, but he's even more busy now with work than he was before, and is no longer able to come home some nights to be around us. And by the way, before I say anything else about that, him and I barely talk anymore.
Then go ask her parents or something for help.
I've been trying to, but nobody wants to help me anymore. Ever since they learned about what I'd done and said to you, all of them want to stay away from me.
Really?
When they learned that you no longer wanted to be near me anymore, and that both your husband and you cut ties to me, my mom and dad got really upset with me, and they both told me that they wouldn't be helping me any with my son.
Well, well, well. They must be done with you if they're not even going to want to care about their grandbaby.
And also, it turns out that my mom was also infertile for a long time, and both her and my dad had to try really hard before they could finally have me. They both told me they no longer consider me their daughter, and that they want me to try being a parent on my own now if I feel like I'm good enough to make fun of others who are infertile. Ever since that last message, they haven't been responding to my calls or text anymore.
Well, I understand them being angry about that. Having to deal with infertility themselves for a long time, they can understand more than most how others must have felt. And when it came to them having worked so hard to make you, that kind of treatment takes a lot of money.
They went and took all the money the family gave to me as a gift for having a baby and sent it back. And now they're not even reading any of the text I send them.
Well, that sucks, doesn't it?
So at the very least, I'd like to have a friend that could help me. Because I don't have anyone else to talk with about having a newborn baby, and about how hard it is to raise them. I had friends, but then I did something wrong there too.
Like what?
Well, originally, I made a friend or two at the hospital with women who also had babies. And I was able to talk with them for a bit about my baby and the difficulties I'd been having. And I started to tell them about everything, and I mean everything when it comes to what happened. It turns out that both of those women also had to get treatments for their infertility in order to get pregnant.
Nice going, dumbass. So now you've really done it to yourself.
They both stopped talking to me and started to talk with everyone they knew about the kind of monster I am. And now nobody is willing to talk with me anymore. It's at the point now where I can't even live around here anymore. So please, Ellen, can you let us rent that room from you again? I want to fix everything I've messed up from the safety and comfort of that condo you lended us before. I will apologize to you for everything I said before and become close to you again. So please.
No.
What?
Not happening.
But
if it's so hard for you to understand how others feel and think, perhaps there is something seriously wrong with you. An illness, perhaps? I don't want to catch whatever it is you have right now, so stay away from me.
That's so mean. Are you trying to treat me as though I'm sick?
Yeah. You did the same thing to me before, so what's wrong with me doing it to you now? If you start to complain about what I'm doing now, that just makes you a hypocrite, and I really hate those kinds of people.
But I was!
Also, if I remember correctly, I cut ties to you. So you apologizing to me won't fix anything because I don't see you as a part of my life. There you go. Goodbye forever. Have fun raising that baby all by yourself now, and I hope you and my brother don't have a divorce soon. After that, Sophia went to both of her parents one last time and begged for them to please help her take care of her baby, and that she would pay for them to babysit, which somehow worked. But they asked that she give her every penny that she had in order for them to do such a thing. Not being able to make any friends, and losing all of her savings to both of her parents, Sophia went ahead and stopped being a housewife, and went out to find some work again. Now when it comes to my little brother Dave, he decided that he'd stop focusing on moving his way up in the company, and instead choosing a position that would allow him to be around his baby more. Him and Sophia never really talk to one another anymore, but he's still making sure that he becomes a good father for his son, and that he doesn't have to grow up with just Sophia and her parents alone.